Nice work, Tia.
Plus, and they're just not good. And this movie, they already announced the second movie, so honestly, I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully the animation is a bit of a step up, but if it's exactly like this, and this is how the movie plays out, I'll be pretty sad. Well, it's a year later, and, yeah, it's still not very good. In fact, weirdly enough, I think this new one might be worse than the last, which I don't want to say. I really don't, but it's just the reality. Here we are exactly a year later from the last animated version of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, and it's getting worse. I cannot express enough how I just wish this wasn't the case. I want these to succeed. I want them to be amazing and bring comfort to millions around the world like Diary of a Wimpy Kid used to do. But these new movies are just chores to sit through. The biggest complaints with the first animated one is that it's quite literally page for page the first book, but without any style or sense of direction. It's a bland adaptation with genuinely cheap looking ugly animation. And this a little different from the book, but not in a good way. This movie is awkward, slow, and weirdly uncomfortable. It feels like the script was tossed through 15 different Google translators until it was almost unreadable. You see, right now I'm making a video on the original 3 movies, and watching Roger Rules back to back with this Roger Rules, oh man, it is sad to see how far we have fallen. This just lacks any emotion, heart, or even entertainment that the original Roger Rules had. It's almost shocking how little this movie has just to make it a movie. I mean, just what is this? What is this? What is this? The first was a bad attempt, and this was a sad attempt. One of my complaints on the first was that it was barely an hour long and still felt slow. So imagine my joy when I saw that this was 20 minutes longer and even slower. They're already planning to do the third book in the same format as this movie, and I just don't know how. I don't want to make yearly videos discussing just how void and inept these little movies are, but what's being made here is so unbelievably inadequate and so unbelievably boring. I sound way too harsh, but it just feels like the people behind this just didn't care. And I know that's just not the case, at least for Jeff Kinney. That man loves the series more than his own real-life family. Maybe it's a low budget, that is the only reason that they are planning to make all the books into movies like this, but is that really the way to do it? What's better, having no movie adaptations or movie adaptations that make me like Diary of a Wimpy Kid less as a whole? I mean, somehow it feels like the animation is somehow worse from the first one. Maybe I'm insane, but all the environments and textures look even less detailed and plastic now. All the lighting on all the character models are still really bad. I mean, come on. Characters move weird, act weird, sound weird. It's all weird. Also, why is Greg's arm see-through? Why? Forget all of that. Forget the bad animation or sound design, the weird pacing or direction. Forget all of it. The story itself is just bad. I think what really falls flat for these two movies is the lack of character, the lack of explanation, and the lack of context. In the books, you have Greg narrating his day-to-day because, well, it's a diary. And then you get little scenes in between drawn out to bring it alive. In the original movies, they set up the family. They slowly introduce them and bring them out in a way that a movie would. I mean, there's a 3-act structure to break down. There's an intro, a climax, there's a beginning, middle, end, all of that fancy language bullcrap. gap. But these animated movies don't play like movies. They play like separated TV show episodes cut together for movie length. Heck, maybe that's what they should have been from the beginning. Maybe they should have been episodes of a TV show loosely connected by plot with this weird Coco Melon light animation. Maybe that would have made these better in some viewer capacity. Maybe I just wouldn't care as much. Maybe. But that just didn't happen. That didn't happen. Instead, we have movies, air quote movies, that have been made, put on Disney Plus, and they're just not good. In this movie, we are thrown into scenes that are fun, silly, goofy, without any deep dive into what these characters really are, aside from their character design. It's like if you took all the drawings out of the books and cut out all the words and just looked at all the pictures. That's your movie. You get all the action, but no story, no plot. And somehow in saying all that, it's still somehow incredibly slow, like I said before, and isn't that contradictory? For example, the movie starts with the parents going away and Roderick throwing a party, and havoc ensues with Greg and Raleigh being stuck in the basement until they escape. All this happens halfway through the original live-action movie, and it happens halfway through the dang book that it's adapting, meaning that all the setup does not exist for a payoff. Greg being locked in this room by Roderick doesn't really mean anything to us as an audience if we don't really know what the dynamic is like between the two more deeply than the fact that they are brothers. I mean, they barely interacted in the first animated movie of this entire thing. You are supposed to know the ins and outs of these characters before watching to fully understand or grasp anything going on. That is just not how a movie works. That is not how a reboot and new adaptation works. You don't bring in a new audience by assuming that these characters will be loved without doing the work to make them actual fleshed out characters. Also, what is this lingering cut? Roderick?
Yeah?
Good role modeling.
Well, I try.
I don't know, it just irked me a lot, so I had to bring it up. Oh, but this is a movie for babies. Let me step back because this is a literal goo goo gaga baby movie. Okay, sure, yeah. Maybe I just can't see how could any possibly goo goo gaga baby or child get into this. Maybe I can see how the old movies hold immense heart and passion and creativity, and this just doesn't. This movie tries to do the brotherly love thing of the book and the live action movie, but won't go far enough to make it a fully engaging story. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop! You are not allowed to cry. They surprisingly spend a lot of time together in this movie. A lot of time together. But how much of that time fully means something? How much of it is used for a movie's pacing, for a movie's story, movie in general? I keep emphasizing that over and over and over again, but there's just nothing else to really say other than I'm done. I know they'll make a third movie just like this, and I'll try and watch it, but I won't talk about it. There's no point in coming back here year after year to crap on movies that simply do nothing except exist. They don't try to inspire you, they don't try to motivate you, or teach you a lesson or anything. They exist to exist and adapt to adapt. There'll be a third movie next year, and it's going to be exactly like this in every single way. Every single boring way. If something changes and somehow it's actually really good, then I'll be very pleasantly surprised. But I just don't think that's going to happen. And this will be the last I talk about these animated movies. Also, I just want to talk to Manny for a second. Listen here, you little brat. You think it's okay to be this ugly in a cartoon? You think it's okay to look like this in an anime? No. You're gross. You're disfigured. You look like a hot dog boiled in Monster Energy. You look horrific, and I need you to stay out of my sight. Hey guys, I just wanted to get this video out real quick because I'm working on a really long video that should be out next week or the week after.
Hello there. Today we'll be taking an educational look at the species known as douche tubers. The douche tubers phylum consists of members that possess no soul, no morals, and no creativity, and definitely no entertainment. In this phylum you'll find members such as the Rice Gum and the Paul brothers. Douche tubers are composed of mainly 5 characteristics. 1. They are all douchebags on YouTube who got popular by being douchebags on YouTube for children. 2. Bragging. always bragging or flexing. Flexing, for those of you who aren't 12, is when the money is thrown in the face of the viewer. Look how much money I have that you don't. I just fucked a hooker that cost $5,000 because girls usually won't look at me without money in my hand, so I paid for it. You don't have this kind of money, I have this kind of money. So it's just bragging about your money to the children that watch you, which is kind of just shitting in the hand that feeds you. But kids like it. 3. Just being a big fucking douchebag. 4. You're still a big fucking douchebag. 5. Always threatening to fight your haters or roasting them. Optionally diss tracks if you want to be an extreme turbo super douchebag YouTuber. Douchebag YouTubers are something I've talked about in the past. They're probably the biggest content creators on the site because kids live vicariously through that kind of content. They see this man who's successful because they watch them. So they feel like they had a part in that person's success. And when they get flexed on, they feel like they've earned that. Like, when they're getting flexed on, it's like, hey, I gave you that. Yeah, use it wisely, Kids like that kind of shit because they might not have it, and it feels good that they were able to help someone else achieve it. I understand it. It makes sense. That doesn't mean I respect it, though. It's a very toxic thing. And the reason I'm making this is because I found the perfect example of a douche-tuber today. Memulus made a video on a man named Ryan Franklin who is the epitome of a douche-tuber. He does it all. And I want to take a hard look at his channel here to show you exactly what douche-tubers are and why they're a bad thing.
As for shoes, my shoes cost more than your whole outfit, so yeah, easy.
First, flexing. I'm only going to show one Ryan Franklin clip per point to illustrate it because I don't want to show more than necessary because I understand not everyone has a war-hardened stomach like I do that can hold on to vomit when they see abysmal fucking content like this. So I'm only going to show as much as necessary to get the points across so you are not tortured with more Ryan Franklin content than you need to be. In nearly everything that Ryan does, there's some degree of flexing. In a video it'll be, oh, look at this Gucci hat I just bought, or oh, hey dad, I just spent $2,000 on this Louis Vuitton trench coat. On Instagram, he'll post, just bought this extremely expensive pair of shoes, these Yeezys. Oh, check out this Gucci condom on my micro penis, hashtag blessed. He is always flexing. And flexing is one of the main things with douche-tubers. I really personally don't understand why people will just stand for that. That's just so insulting and spitting in your face. Hey, you've supported me, now I'm going to brag to you that you don't have these things, so fuck you. I don't get that, and I think that's just a really bad thing to do, unhealthy more than anything. It shows nothing but insecurity or a sense of holier than thou, which all douche-tubers have. They always think they're more important than all of their viewers, and they always have this belief that the world owes them everything and they're entitled to everything the world has to offer.
I'm a hypocrite, which, you know, like, cool, whatever, I don't actually care, but apparently I'm a hypocrite because I complain about people doing clickbait, but then proceed to do clickbait myself. Now, I sort of get your point, but at the same time, your points are irrelevant, alright? They're dumb, they're stupid. I mean, I do the odd misleading thumbnail, the odd misleading title here and there, and if you're dumb enough to, like, you know, be misled and, like, actually go onto the video, like, I've clickbaited you, I won, I've got the extra view, like, you're so dumb if you go onto the video thinking...
I am in firm agreement with Ryan on this point here. If you are a fan of Ryan Franklin, you are dumb, and you are stupid. As you can see, this illustrates my point I just made, where he thinks he's better than all of his viewers. He thinks they're all very dumb for even falling for his clickbait, and most douche-tubers feel the same way. Hey, my audience is so dumb I can clickbait the shit out of anything, even if it makes no sense. Aliens invaded my boners at 3 a.m. while watching SpongeBob? Haunted, super scary. You won't believe number 6. 10 million views. So yeah, I agree the viewers of these kind of people, I wouldn't necessarily call them stupid, but they're naive because they're children. They're being exploited with this misleading shit, which is fucking awful in my opinion.
I don't sit there.
How's it going, random viewer? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Really, it is. Basically what I'm doing is just, okay, that's fine, bye.
Now one of the main things he does is he always insults any of his haters based on their appearance. He always goes right for appearance insults, and he does not discriminate. It doesn't matter your age, sex, race, you could be a fucking alien, you're still a target. Everyone is equal in his eyes. Here he is taking on a 6-year-old, and he showed no mercy. The full wrath of his clever roasting was laid down upon this 6-year-old. He was merciless.
What's wrong with your hairline? Your hairline is so ugly.
Right. Hair jokes. I've never heard those before in my life. If I had £1 for every every single time someone mocks my hair for the colour or the style or anything, it doesn't matter. I'll be living in the Bahamas.
I wonder why you get so many hair jokes. I honestly can't imagine. I'm gonna go ahead and pile on it though. You look like Bert from Sesame Street. I'm sure you get that one all the time, so that's nothing new. Your hair looks like Anthony Sullivan's Smart Mop after it was used to clean up a pile of Chaz Finster's pubic hair. I'm actually really glad you chose that hairstyle though, honestly. It lets people know you're a douchebag without ever having to talk to you. Your hair looks like 3 rusted slinkies that had an orgy on top of your head that you just decided not to stop. So you're welcome. There's 4 more for your Bahamas fund.
This looks like the ugliest man alive.
Do you know what's the most awkward thing is when this calls you ugly?
Oh no, look out. We've been invaded by Ryan Franklin. No, I'm just kidding. That's not Ryan Franklin. That's Watto from the Star Wars prequels. Ryan is way too much of a pussy to confront someone directly. He's already privated his Twitter account and shit because he's a big old pussy. But you see what I did there, Ryan? I compared you to Watto, and Watto is known for not being super great looking in The Phantom Menace. So I'm calling you ugly, you get it? You know, because that's what you do? Man, you really took that 6-year-old down to size, man. What are you, like 19 or 20 and you're just calling a fucking child ugly? Are you out of your fucking mind, man? Holy shit.
Fan mail. This is a letter from one of you guys. I think her name's Jessica. I haven't opened that fan mail in 2 years.
What a cool guy. He couldn't even be bothered to read who the fan mail was from. He's had it for 2 fucking years and hasn't opened it. What a piece of shit. I honestly don't think that fan mail is actually from somebody. I feel like he just wrote that himself as Jessica. I don't think this guy's getting fan mail or ever has in the past.
You do want me to get maybe like another PO box, that sort of thing, so you guys can send me in letters, maybe like candy from your country, then, you know, I'll definitely do it.
Oh yeah, that's what we want you to do, Ryan. Open up another PO box so they can send you letters that you'll never fucking read for 2 years. Great idea, you stupid son of a bitch. Amazing. Hey guys, you want me to open another PO box so you can send shit that I ignore? How's that sound? Great, huh? Again, just further proving he does not give a shit about his fans or anyone for that matter. Unbelievable.
Now, I don't intentionally flex on my fans.
How the fuck do you have an accidental flex? Oh, whoopsie. I accidentally just started taking pictures of all of my expensive possessions and saying how great they were and then accidentally uploading them all over everything that I own. Damn, what a silly mistake. I mean, there's no correcting it now. It's already out in the wild. Shit, I'm sorry, guys.
First one was a joke to Ruby Roo, because obviously during the summer I made a few videos on her. And yeah, the video's done well in terms of, you know, views, got me money, okay? So I was doing a joke, like that tweet is a joke, like the whole Yeezy thing. It's a joke. You don't realise, actually, like, I feel that I'm quite misunderstood. I said this in yesterday's video.
This is always the fleshlight these douchebags start to use once it starts backfiring with all of their douchebaggery and bragging. Oh, it's just a joke. I'm just playing a persona. Ha ha ha. I'm not really a huge insufferable asshole. It's just a joke. Lighten up, guys. But it's very clear it's not a joke, because none of it's done in a comedic way or anything entertaining at all. It's just being an asshole. Joke's on you guys, I'm not really an asshole, ha 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 ha. If you have to keep reiterating that it's a joke time and time again, maybe it's not a good joke, or maybe you're the joke. It's just fucking silly, because it's very obvious to anyone that you're not kidding. You're just being a douchebag. Now, this was a National Geographic look at the douche tuber, and I hope you've all learned something about this abhorrent species. I really have no respect for these kind of people at all, and hopefully you're walking away with this.
Needed this.
exciting episode of Charlie Looks at Shitty YouTube Content. Let's go ahead and dive right back into our favorite dirty toilet bowl, Fortnite. Ever since I made the Fortnite video a couple weeks back about shitty Fortnite content, I've been inundated with emails, just fucking ass blasted with emails, asking me, do you know about Allie? What's up with Allie? What the fuck is this guy's deal? This is awful, look at this shit. So I looked into this Allie character, and in a nutshell, Allie is what it looks like when you sell your soul to make money. He's YouTube's premier clickbaiter for children. He'll play whatever game's just really popping off, just whatever game's banging and slapping and making their parents' wallets cry that has the largest audience of children. Right now that's Fortnite, so he'll hop on Fortnite and clickbait the shit out of all of his videos. Misleading title, Photoshop, misleading thumbnail that checks every box in the checklist for internet douchebaggery, where it's a red arrow pointing at some shit with a wacky facial expression. And then that's about all of the content is, because it's not entertaining. There's no entertainment to be derived from one of his videos if you're above the age of 8 or 9. It's incredibly uninteresting. If he's playing a game, it boils down to him just saying exactly what's happening on the screen with no jokes at all. Oh, I'm building a wall right now. Oh, my wall is getting shot at by that man's counter gun. The bullets are coming at me, and I don't have a chance to shoot those bullets at him. I'm gonna build another wall here. I'm now building another wall. This wall's going up real good. If he's watching a trailer and shitting his pants about it, it's always just saying what's happening in the trailer. Whoa, that's a gun in his hand. Guns usually shoot bullets. If I had a gun that shot bullets and I'm playing a video game, I'm gonna be aiming those bullets at another player. I wonder if this game will let me shoot bullets at another player. Remember to smash that like button, Allie Army. That's pretty much his content in a nutshell. And that's fine, because there's thousands of popular limpdicks on YouTube doing that same shit right now. I think it's kind of bad because you're deceiving people into watching your overly long shit video, but it's common practice on YouTube. You can't really be mad about that. And he knows his audience is children. Like, here's a clip of him being self-aware.
Shotgun. Whoa! I am so weak. I am so weak. Keep on shooting the wall, it's the wrong one. I am behind it. 5 kills though, if we can get this, we'll be at 6.
I'm at 5 kills. If I get this, I'll be at 6. You can't dispute that arithmetic right there. He even takes a moment to teach his audience what number comes after 5, so you can clearly see he has a firm grasp on what age group his audience is in, where they're still learning this mathematics. Ultimately though, all of this is harmless. It's just clickbait shit, and that's very common here. The only victim from these videos are the time wasted from the audience, and a lot of the times in the comment section you'll see kids that are distraught about it. They're upset. Oh, that's the video title's totally wrong. That didn't even happen. Why did you lie to us, Allie? Mom and Dad said if you lie, you go to hell. You should take down this video before the Lord condemns you to hell. It's shit like that, but like I said, ultimately harmless. The issue I draw with this guy is he runs these fake giveaway scams where he'll, make people believe that they're gonna win something cool from him if they smash the like button, fucking annihilate the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, and write his name on their toy box out of blood. Then he'll choose someone randomly from the comments section to give away this cool shit to, and then you'll see 200,000 comments like on this video here. It's fucking absurd to me that you would think you'd actually win something from him. Now, I've done a lot of research, and I haven't found a single winner for any of his giveaways he has ever done on any of his channels. I haven't seen a single winner, and I've been sent a lot of proof in emails that they didn't win anything. I'm gonna put proof in these air quotes because it's just unreliable proof. It's, oh, I was at a bar and I heard Allie talking to some girl saying, oh, he scams kids all the time and doesn't give shit away, but he was offering V-Bucks to her. And then other emails like, oh, I saw Allie sitting on a bench next to 2 trees that looked suspicious, and here's an email address that I think belongs to him, maybe on AOL. Useless proof, really, but enough to get me wondering if anyone actually does win the giveaways. And I've seen a lot of people saying that no one wins, that it is just a giant scam. And I can kind of vouch for that because I haven't seen a single winner. He's never announced a winner that I've seen. I haven't seen anyone say they won anything from him, when you would think huge fans of Allie that won something from him would be bragging about it or going nuts on social media, but there's not a fucking thing about it. So I do believe that the giveaways are big fucking scams, but if I'm wrong, please speak up, Allie enthusiasts who have actually won something from his shit-ass giveaways. I would love to see that he's not actually just blatantly scamming children. And this would be kind of a big issue if he was, because a lot of the giveaways he does are sponsored by the people, by the companies, to give that shit away. So if he's just hoarding it and then selling it on the side, I don't think they'd be too pleased about that. One thing I also don't think anyone will be pleased with is his actual content. So here's his channel. I don't need to say a whole lot about it. Just read some of this shit. All of these thumbnails are photoshopped, and he didn't even take the time out of his day to make different thumbnails each time with a different expression. He just keeps you reading. You'll see he just repeats them over and over again ad nauseum, and it's just disgusting to even look at. This is exactly what's wrong with YouTube, in my opinion. It's so easy to game the algorithm, so that way these videos are always showing up when you're looking for Fortnite, 100%, and kids are always going to have their curiosities piqued by these attention-grabbing titles and thumbnails that aren't real. It's blatantly lying about the content of the video. The videos themselves are him just holding his soft cock in his hand for 25 minutes, saying nothing interesting or fun at all. And it's not just a lack of entertainment, the video titles often don't even happen in the video. For instance, when he does like a superhero challenge, like the Superman challenge, and he has a picture of a Superman Fortnite skin, kids are gonna think, holy shit, that's a Superman Fortnite skin, let's click on that video. But it's not, it's just him pretending to be Superman, kind of. And then if he has a video about, oh look, we're gonna surf on the meteor, how to control the meteor to win, or how to never lose a game using this one simple tactic, the video doesn't do that. It doesn't teach you those things, and that doesn't happen in the video. It's a blatant lie. Now, when you do make the mistake of clicking on one of his videos, and if the Lord is really not happy with you today and your ad blocker crashes, you get at least five mid-roll advertisements here, and he places them so strategically to nickel and dime the absolute most he can out of the system. He puts 3 in the beginning because that's when viewer retention is the highest. Throughout the middle, there's none, and then towards the end, he